Welcome to the Ask JT podcast, where we simplify tax, finance, and business decisions for UK business owners. I'm Justin Turner, an accountant, business owner, and author. I'm going to share practical advice and help you run your business more efficiently and keep more of what you earn. Every week, I see small business owners waste thousands on marketing that will never work. Fix just one of the things I'm about to share and you'll stop the leaks and start getting more customers. I was speaking to Jennifer, a florist who needed more customers. I asked, I presume you email offers for Valentine's and Mother's Day. She said, we don't run an online business. That's the single biggest marketing mistake I see every week. And in a moment, I'll share a simple trick to get people saying yes and opting into your business. So the first thing is about not collecting customer emails. Whether you sell flowers, coffee, cars, or tax advice, you must collect customer emails. And here's a simple trick to get them every time. Ask at the exact moment they're most excited about what you've just done for them. That's when they're going to say yes without hesitation. For Jennifer, emails are gold. There are predictable points in the year when people buy flowers, birthdays, Valentine's, Mother's Day. In my business, it's tax deadlines, changes to legislation. You'll have your own seasonal peaks too. Your job is to know when your customers need you, and then get in front of them at that exact moment. Without an email list, you're fundamentally anonymous. You've probably paid to get that customer through the door, maybe £15 in advertising costs, and you didn't collect their details. You might have to pay to get them to come back again, the same advertising spend to bring them back. An email's going to let you sell to them again and again for pennies. It's not about the first sale. It's about lifetime value. The second point is about education content. Jennifer said to me, but Justin, people don't go on mailing lists. They see it as spam. And that's the mistake. The first few emails you send shouldn't be selling. They should be teaching. Straight away, it's like going on a first date, isn't it? And asking for marriage. People buy from those that they trust, and trust comes from education. For Jennifer, the ask is super simple. Those are beautiful flowers. We've got a short series of 3 emails teaching you how to look after them. I'll pop you on the list so they last as long as possible. Bingo! She's not spamming. She's delighting the customer and building trust. And at the same time, she's earned permission to market to them in the future. Don't say, oh, can we add you to the mailing list so we can send you some offers? It's just spam. You have to build in value. In my firm, when a client joins, they get a year's worth of educational emails. Things like a free copy of my book, tips for mortgages. If you're self-employed, there's tips about expenses, advice on apprenticeships. And between those, yes, we might ask for a review or we might mention another service, but it's built on a foundation of trust and education. This is what the gurus call a sales funnel. In plain English, give people something they can't get from your competitors. For Jennifer, it was flower care tips. For you, it could be a how-to, behind the scenes, or a secret from your industry that no one else is sharing. And here's the psychology behind it. It's something called reciprocity. When you give something valuable, people feel naturally inclined to give it back. If you don't use education, people will just unsubscribe. My third point is about a book I read a while ago that completely changed about how I think about marketing. It taught me this: you are not the hero of the story. I'm sorry, but you're not. Most business websites start with a photo of the owner, a paragraph, how they've been in business for 20 years, and how they pride themselves on great service. The truth is, your customer doesn't care. Not yet, anyway. Your customers are the hero of the story. They've got a problem. They're looking for somebody, that's you, to guide them to a solution. When Jennifer, our florist, first came to me, her website was all about her. We're family owned, established in 2002, told her to flip it. Now the first thing you see on our homepage is, sick of supermarket flowers that wilt in 48 hours? Our bouquets are guaranteed to last a week, or we replace them free. Plus, we added a photo of smiling customers holding their flowers. Showing this business is about people, not necessarily petals. These changes instantly made a customer the hero of the story and positioned Jennifer as the trusted guide with the perfect solution. I once saw a cleaning van, and on the side of it said, "Giving you back your weekends." Bang! On the money. They understand the customer's pain and communicate it in 5 seconds. And they knew the customer was the hero. When you lead with your customer's pain and your specific promise on how to fix it, your marketing suddenly becomes magnetic. And I promise you that. My fourth point is about too much information and not enough action. Do you know what kills a marketing campaign more than bad design, bad copy, and even bad timing? It's too much information. My optician runs a brilliant business, top service, sends me a newsletter a little while ago, 5 or 6 different bits of information crammed in, latest lens technology, eye health tips, opening hours, a special offer, and some charity work. All in one email? Guess what happened? I skimmed the first, I maybe glanced at the second, and then I just ignored the rest. It's not that I don't care. It's just that our brains can't handle too much once. There's a term for it. It's called cognitive load, which is kind of a fancy way of saying, if you throw 10 tennis balls at me, I'm going to drop 9 of them. A funny story is I wrote in my book, The Science of Business, all about cognitive load, but my ruthless editor trimmed it out because apparently it slowed the pace. So if you're looking for other kind of science-backed ideas, that I've shared a couple of science-backed ideas today, you can pick up my book. It's like a plain English sort of written for the small business owner. So definitely have a look. But getting back to our example, the practical takeaway here is this: give one idea, one message, and one call to action. Apply that to all your marketing. If your offer is free coffee with this leaflet, don't hide it between 4 other things. Make it the star. Now, yes, you can share more than one thing, but you've got to design it so each piece stands alone. You need very clear headings, short bursts of text, make it easy to scan. So if someone only cares about one section, they can find it fast. If there's more than one piece of information, put that most important piece of information right at the top or right at the start, whatever it is. Because if you want action, clarity's always going to beat volume every time. My 5th tip is about tracking and keeping things simple. The fastest way to waste money on marketing is you run a campaign and you've got no idea whether it worked. Jennifer, our florist, had just delivered 10,000 leaflets to the local area. I asked, "So, did you sell more?" She said, "Nah, not really." When we looked at the leaflet, the problems were obvious. There was too much text on the leaflet. No one's going to be reading that. The text on the leaflet was all about her business, not the customer. Where's the hero shot of someone's wedding flowers? That's what we want to see, isn't it? There was no clear call to action. Why not put something like 10% off when you present this leaflet? Then you can track who's coming back with the leaflet. It's super simple to do, but it means that you can determine whether it's working. There was no easy link. What about, rather than a URL, adding a QR code and then linking that up to something like Bitly so we can see how many people have actually scanned and looked at the website? We've now got metrics and data about a piece of offline marketing. The real cost of a leaflet drop isn't just printing. It's about the time it takes to get 10,000 leaflets put through people's doors. If you don't track it, you're never going to know whether it works. I've spent 10 years myself building an email database, and I know I get a 68% open rate and an 8% click-through. People would kill me for those numbers. But I know my numbers. That's the thing. I know exactly how many people click on our Google listing and call us from us. If we run a leaflet, we track it through a Bitly link. Some of our clients even buy dedicated phone numbers just for kind of an advertising campaign. So every call is linked back to that campaign. If you measure it, you can make decisions. If you don't, you're just guessing, and guessing is expensive. Fix one of these mistakes that I've shared with you today, and you're going to start building real momentum straight away. Fix all 5, and you'll transform the way you think about marketing and get the results you want from it. If you found one tip here worth trying, hit subscribe. Drop me a comment too. I reply to every single one, and hit like so more business owners can see this. Thanks for listening. Bye. Thanks for listening to the Ask JT podcast. Subscribe for a weekly episode, and if you found this useful, share it with a fellow business owner who might benefit.